Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today I'm going to be doing a highly requested video, which is how I refresh my curls. So honestly, a lot of people ask me in the comments, can you do a refresh video? And most of the time, I don't usually do what you would call like a full refresh. I'll just refresh like my first little bits or any just curls that I feel like are getting a little undefined that I want to look a bit better. But every once in a while, I tried a new routine for this wash week where I didn't use the Deadman brush and I wanted a bit more volume. And as much as I love volume, over the few days, I noticed that with more voluminous techniques and styles, my curls do get a bit more undefined, as opposed to if I were to do my usual routine with the Deadman brush, it stays a bit better. So if you want to see how I refresh my curls, keep on watching. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is section my hair in half. So I'm just going to take about from like my ears up and section all that away. Just so I can see what I'm working with, I like to kind of section my curls and then split it in half. So if you can see, the ends of my curls look pretty defined. I have a nice curl clump. Let me just separate that guy right here. But the ends of my curls look pretty defined, but the roots and kind of mid of my curls are a little stretched out from being in a pineapple for these past few days. You can kind of see the same thing on this side. There are a few that kind of stay defined towards the root, but others are a little frizzy or a little frayed, and they're not looking their best. First, I start off with some water, and you can see there's a little bit of foam in the water because I put some products in the water just to create this nice moisturizing and holding refresh mixture. The first thing I put is the Cake Curl Whip. This is a mousse, and this is what I actually used to style my hair on my original wash day. And I just put like a small amount, like a very small amount. And then I also went in with the Cantu Comeback Curl Next Day Curl Reviver. And this guy is kind of like a hairspray curl activator light gel. It has a kind of interesting texture and it dries, leaving a slight cast, which I really like on refresh days since it doesn't allow my hair to poof up from the moisture of putting water in my hair. You can also put a cream or other products in there. You can honestly just put what you use to style your hair in the spray bottle, and then you just have a one-stop shop refresh. But I kind of like to take it that one step further. So I'm going to spray my hair. Now, a lot of people tend to overspray their hair when they're refreshing. I like to just get it nice and damp. You don't want it to get too wet because then it can make your hair more frizzy, which is what we're trying to prevent and avoid, not cause. I like to concentrate the spray kind of towards the roots and mids. That's where I find that my curls get the most undefined and stretched out because I wear it in a pineapple. And now I'm going to just scrunch just to kind of reactivate my curl pattern. You can already see that my curls are starting to bounce back towards the roots. And now I'm going to take a little bit of the Bounce Curl Avocado and Rose Oil Clump and Define Cream. This is another product that I used on my original wash day. And I'm really gonna go light with this. I don't want to be very heavy-handed. So literally about that much, put it in my palms, and even just spray it a little with some water to have it distribute nicely, because this is a little bit of a thicker cream. You can see it gets kind of frothy in my hands. And I'm just gonna run it past kind of praying hands and just kind of squeezing it, almost like roping, I guess you could call it. I'm not sure all the wording for the techniques. And scrunch. It's all about playing around and kind of finding what works best for your hair. Some people need more product, some people just need water, some people need a combination of both. So I would just play around and try different refresh routines and see what works best for you. Alright, so now that I feel like I've gotten a nice moisturizing base, I'm going to take my Comeback Curl and just spray about 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 spritzes on my hand. It is a spray bottle, but it kind of goes in a straight line, so I just like to put it on my hands and rub it between my hands, and then do the same thing, praying hands. I find this helps distribute the product without destroying my clumps or messing with my curl pattern too much. And then getting that back section, because I don't know about you guys, but I feel like there's always like a bit that just doesn't want to behave. So I always have to give that bit a little bit extra attention. See, like this section is just not cooperating. So if you do have a bit that's just not cooperating, grab your handy dandy Denman brush or any styling brush that you tend to use and just give it a bit more of a spritz. So I'm just going to get this guy fairly wet because I basically want to start from scratch since it's just not cooperating. You want to, not dripping wet, but you do want to get it fairly wet. All right, now I'm going to take my Denman brush and just detangle it a bit and distribute the water. And then I'm going to take a tiny bit more of the Bounce Curl Cream and just apply it. Make sure I get the ends. A lot of times curls get a little undefined and frizzy because they need moisture. So first off, I always start by giving it a bit more moisture. All right, now I'm just going to go in with my Denman and distribute. You can see right away it is happy. It is a happy curl. All right, much better. So now I'm going to give my hair a bit more hold, and I'm going to go in with the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Mousse. I like this mousse, but I definitely like it a bit more for refreshing my hair. I don't know why, but I feel like it holds my hair a bit better when it's on the drier side. So I'm gonna give it a nice shake and then take about that much. I am definitely a mousse happy girl. I love putting a ton of mousse on my hair, but for this you really don't need that much mousse. And then same thing, praying hands and scrunch, a little bit of roping. And I find this just clumps my curls beautifully together on my refresh days. All right, so that's what we're looking like for my refresh, and I'm gonna do the same thing on this side and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're gonna start doing the top section. So I'm gonna pin away one of my sides just so I don't get confused. But I essentially do the exact same thing. So I'm gonna take my spray bottle, give it a good shake just to mix and distribute all the products, and spritz my hair. And make sure you have thicker hair to kind of lift the roots and get kind of under there. A bit more of the cream, just because it is a bit of a larger section over between my hands. And praying hands and a rope. I'm not raking it like through my hair, but I am just taking my fingertips and just kind of applying a bit right here. And then kind of giving my roots a nice shake. We are looking nice and defined and hydrated. And then I'm going to take a little bit of my hair, put it to the side, take a little bit more of that mousse, about that much, and apply it to my roots, flip my hair over, and then give my roots a little massage. I find this gives my roots a nice little extra oomph of volume, and I do this also on wash day. And what I'm doing in my roots is kind of just shaking and then opening and closing my fingers, if that makes any sense. So just kind of going in, opening and closing, and then rubbing back and forth just to kind of get the product nice and distributed. Alright, and then do the same thing on the other side. And this is what my curls are looking like after I've refreshed them. I'm going to let this all air dry for about 1 to 2 hours, and I'll be right back with the finished results. Alright, these are the finished results. I went onto my bed because I have a lot better lighting here, and you can see I have nice, bouncy, defined curls. There's not really any frizz, and not gonna lie, you guys, my hair takes forever to air dry, so this took a while. I finished filming this video at like 6:30, and it is now almost 10:30 and my hair is fully dry. So if you do want to speed up the process, you can go ahead and diffuse. I chose not to, but that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found this helpful on refreshing your curls, and I like to use a pick to add some extra volume onto my curls. Give my roots a nice little shake. But yeah. And if you like this video and my content, go ahead and click the subscribe button and the notification button to hear about when I make more videos like this. Bye guys!